Welcome back to Living in the Pacific Northwest with Hal Byrd. My name's Hal Byrd, and I want to thank you for joining me on this live. If you don't know who I am a licensed realtor in Oregon and Washington and a certified relocation specialist. And so make sure you drop a like as you guys come on. We're going live. You can see the topic. We are talking about, let me adjust my chair. Is that better? I think so. Today we are talking about, are you thinking about renting before you buy in either Portland or the Southwest Washington area, the greater Vancouver area? Hello, welcome on. I'll give everyone a couple of minutes to join. And so we'll do a little chatting in the beginning. I will cover the topic and then I'll answer questions as we go, but I'll also take questions at the end as well. So we'll do some chatting, some updating, and then we'll cover the main topic. And I think I have hair on my lip or fluff. And then we will end with questions. So that's kind of our format for today. Hi, Jen. Oh, Jen, I saw your text. I will get back to you. Jen and her family bought a fantastic property. Jarrett and I are very jealous. They got a very unique property, and super excited for them and their new adventures and their kids going to new schools and them getting to have a better life here in Southwest Washington. Okay, so what has been going on? Gosh, I have some clients that are going under contract for a multi-gen new construction today, and really excited for them. They're doing a 1031 exchange. So if you're considering doing a 1031 exchange and you want to discuss it, I'd be happy to do that. I'm very familiar with the process and what needs to be done and timelines and making sure that they happen in the right time. So that's really exciting. They're getting a multi-gen property to fulfill the like kind requirement for their 1031. And then yesterday I had an inspection for some clients that are just the most lovely people. They are super deserving. They've been working really hard at getting a new home, and they had some personal circumstances come up that, kind of made their plans take a little bit of a turn, and they came back to shopping, and we found this really cute, oh, let me put my phone on silent. I'm gonna get blown up here. Okay. This really cute home that had just been flipped by a local company, and it's adorable. I actually shared it in my Instagram stories yesterday, so if you want to go see that, you can follow me at Halbird _ is my Instagram. Okay. Anything else? The market is interesting. We are in the middle of January 2023, and after the decline of the COVID sellers market, which went on for about 2 years, the last half of last year was very rough on sellers for wanting to get top dollar and realizing that the market really wasn't there that because of the interest rates that were happening. And interest rates are down slightly, and I think that's causing a lot of buyers to get out there. And I'm talking slightly, like from 7.25% to 6.5%. So we're not at those. I don't know if we'll ever get back to the like sub-3 interest rates again. So we can only do the best with the information we have now. And a lot of my conversations that I'm having with clients and potential clients is whether it makes sense for them based on what they want to do in the short and long term and what their situation is. Like, would they be better off waiting for the unknown? And there are reasons to do that. Or are they better off dealing with the cards that we have on the table, which aren't bad for buyers. If you're relocating and you're having a hard time selling your home, hang in there because it's so much easier on the buy side right now. My clients are not most of them are not having to put in crazy amount of offers. The new construction property that's going under contract today is it's going to end up being $115,000 under asking. So even the builders are getting really aggressive in these last couple weeks, and buyers are taking advantage. So I won't bore you too much with market updates. Do you guys like that information? Let me know in the comments. I don't do a lot of market updates because the market changes so quickly. If I had done a market update video at the end of December, it would look different than what I'm telling you right now because the market has just recently shifted, which is one of the benefits of working with someone who's very active and is dealing with a high volume of clients, because I can see on a day-to-day basis as I'm submitting offers, as we're negotiating, as I'm going out to different properties and new construction communities, I can see in real time what's happening. And so, like these last couple weeks, I've had a couple of situations where there were multiple offers, and it's been rare in the last 4 to 6 months that we were in multiple offer situations. So, those are some of the things that you want to be aware of. But that's talking really on the purchasing side. And today we are here to talk about what to do if you are thinking about renting before you buy. And this isn't a bad strategy for everyone. For some people, they really want to get into a new home or get into their new home and settle in. They don't want to be sitting on their equity from their previous sale. Especially with inflation, you don't necessarily want to be sitting on tons of cash. Cash is king, but also having good assets is useful always. So I know a lot of people who don't necessarily want to be holding cash because the dollar is going down in value right now because of inflation and that looming R word that we're all seeing in real time and also wondering when everyone's going to admit what's going on. So if you're looking at relocating either to Portland or Southwest Washington and you're thinking, maybe you're renting in your current market or you want to hold on to your property at home. I spoke to someone about that maybe 2 weeks ago. Guys, drop the likes. The ratio to live viewers and likes is not acceptable. So get those likes up. It really helps and it'll put a smile on my face. I'd really appreciate if you guys could like this video. It helps the channel so much and gets it out to more people so that I can help more people and be more useful to all of you with more examples and information and experience. Thank you. Okay, so if you're thinking, maybe I want to rent before I commit to a purchase because you're renting in your home market or you want to hold on to your house that you have there and rent it out there. So you want to rent out your property at home and then rent here to see if you want to stay here. Or if you're looking to build your real estate portfolio, that's one way that you can get started doing it. So you're thinking, okay, maybe I'll rent for a year because I don't know that much about the schools. I don't know about the neighborhoods, which is what I help you do. But if you need to see everything for yourself or, it's just not the right time in life, you're repairing your credit, you need more time to save for down payment, you haven't been working in your career field for at least 2 years, or you're self-employed, which has other challenges. And I know because I'm self-employed myself. You might want to spend some time renting. And so what I want to talk to you guys about today is a program. It's a lease purchase program that I can help you with where you would select a home from the properties that are listed for sale, and you would be able to rent this property for up to 5 years with the right to purchase it at any time without any financial risk. It's no more difficult to qualify than any rental property. The requirements are very similar. The deposits are very similar. And if you choose not to buy at the end of the first year or at the end of the 5th year, you can get your deposit back. And so you really have no financial risk. But what it allows you to do is to choose a home now that you think you might want to live in. You get to live in that home versus having to choose from the available rentals, because we know that I love you landlords and investors, but we know that they don't always put the nicest upgrades and finishes and the availability, the quality of those homes might not be as high as what's openly for sale on the market. So what this program would allow you to do is to rent that property, and there's tons of benefits to it. because you aren't worrying about repairs, but you're living in the home that you will eventually purchase if you choose to. And I think that that's a really cool thing to do. And it gives you time to either possibly recover from a divorce or transition into a new job. And maybe you are getting a pay raise or a pay cut, and you kind of want to let your finances settle a bit. Um, so those are some of the things that I think are really good about what this program can offer. And I'm excited to be doing this. And we were personally, Jarrett and I, as we were talking about this video idea, because so many people set New Year's resolutions in the beginning of the year that they want to own a home. So I'm sure that if I looked at, I don't know, 100 lists of resolutions, probably, what would you guys say? 30 to 50% of them would say buy a new home in 2023. And while many people can buy now or want to buy now, that's not the case for everyone. And so I wanted to work on a program that would allow people to work with me in their relocation, because I can't at the moment work directly with rentals, meaning I have a lot of people that text or call or email me and say, hey, we're looking to rent. Do you have, can you help us with a rental? Can you go on tours? Can you help us with the application process? And the way that our real estate market is set up in Southwest Washington, which is my primary market, I'm also licensed in Oregon and help the Portland metro area all the way out to like Beaverton, Hillsborough, Lake Oswego, Aloha, and east. So I can't really help people with rentals at the moment. It's just our market is not set up like that, because our rental market is mostly controlled by property management companies or individual landlords. And there's really no place for a realtor to insert themselves into that process. And the rental market here is so difficult for a couple reasons. Our rental inventory is even lower than our housing inventory. So sometimes when people are like, we're thinking about renting and buying, I'm like, okay, well, just so you know, it's actually harder sometimes to find a rental than it is to find a house to buy. And that's just the reality. Last year we were ranked in the top 20 of like worst rental markets. When you look at like the median income compared to what the rental prices are. And then you just talk about what is available for rentals. A lot of them have pet limits. A lot of them have restrictions that are not ideal for people's lifestyles that I speak to. And so it's very difficult. So I think this program it's not for everyone, but it could be really useful depending on who you are and your situation. So what I did, let's see if I can do this. I have a inquiry form that I'm going to share in the comments. I will pin it in the comments. Let's see. I don't normally do this. Oh, there we are. Okay. So I just dropped that form. So if you would like to get more information about the program, you can fill out the form. It just comes to me. I will contact you to discuss more. You're very, very welcome. And you guys can drop questions as you have them. I do want to talk about some of the things that are relevant in terms of what you can get, because this is not a program for buying $1 million homes, for instance. This is really a program for people who are looking for what realtors would call detached, or the public might know as single family homes. Like, think about nice homes in nice neighborhoods. This is what these are for. It's not for condos. There are some townhouses that would qualify, but if you're looking for a detached home in a nice neighborhood, a good quality home, nothing too expensive or extravagant, then this could be a great program for you. It would also be a great program for someone who is, unsure, that wants to shop the market, that's relocating. We can make it really easy for you to qualify. The qualifications are not difficult. And even if you're in between jobs, as long as you have an offer letter that can qualify you, or your last 2 pay stubs if you're, if you're working from home, or if you are doing like a lateral move within your company, or you're staying at the same company, you can use your last 2 pay stubs. What else? Oh, application fees. The pre-application is free. So when you submit an inquiry form to me, that is not a pre-application. That is just you letting me know, hey, I want your help in finding a home that I'd like to lease purchase. That's saying, hey, Hal, I want to work with you, and I'd be honored if you could help me in this relocation process as someone who's not quite ready to buy, but would love the idea of renting to own or doing a lease purchase. Um, from there, the pre-application is free. If you decide that you want to move forward with the program, there's 1 application fee per household. So, when you guys apply to apartments or a house, like a rental, any rental, right? You have to pay an application fee anywhere from, I think, last I know, like $30 to $75, maybe some are even as high as $100, but let's say $30 to $75 per adult in the household per home. So if you apply at 5 different rentals and it's you and your partner as the adults in the household, you're having to pay 10 different application fees. Excuse me. With this program, you only pay 1 application fee per household once. And then no matter how many homes we look at, you can also choose from the homes that are actively for sale on the market. So it's a really cool program. I'm really excited to be offering it this year. I wish that I had been offering it for the past 2 years, but I think it's going to help a lot of people. I think it's a really cool program to kind of get the best of both worlds if you don't quite want to buy yet or you can't buy yet. So let me know if you guys have any questions. I think that's the gist of it. The link, I'll also add the link to the description. So if you're watching the replay, it'll be in the descriptions. It'll be a pinned comment. And for those of you that are live, it's in the live chat, which is separate. What else can I tell you about the program while I wait to see if there's any questions? Thank you guys for liking the video. It means a lot to me. I really appreciate your guys' support, and all the sweet messages that I get from you on Instagram and by text. All right, I think that I've covered everything that I want to cover. Oh, the other thing to know is that if you move forward with the program, you have a locked-in rental rate each year. So you will know upfront if you decide to rent the entire 5-year term, what your rent will be each year, and then also what the purchase price will be each year. It's all predetermined, so it's not like you pick a house for $450,000 today. You're like, this house is for sale. It'd be great if we can buy this in the next 2 or 3 years. We're just working on our credit, and you pick your head up in 2 to 3 years, and the price is totally different. You'll know today what the estimated price. It won't be down to the exact dollar, but it'll be spelled out in the contract. So you'll see everything up front. So it's a very transparent process. You get to choose. So it's not like if you're part of this program, you're just going to get placed into a home that you don't like. You get to choose the exact home that you're going to be living in. I came in a little late, so pardon if you mentioned this, but is this like rent to own? Yes, it is like rent to own. It's very similar to rent to own. I would say the biggest difference in rent to own, there's a lot of different individuals, companies, and programs out there, and they are all very different. And what I mean by that is that some have option deposits where you might have to put down what's equivalent to a down payment, and it's non-refundable. So if you don't exercise your option, which options in real estate are not that uncommon, especially if you're talking about like land or commercial property. Sometimes it's not as common in residential property, but it does happen. So some lease to own programs have really high option fees where you cannot get your money back if you purchase the option, because you're basically purchasing the option to buy. You're getting like what some people would think is similar to like a right of first refusal. Um, this program does not have that. So it's similar to rent to own, but I would say takes out a lot of the bad rap items that you hear about. Like if you Google, should I rent to own? And it'll be like a pros and cons list. A lot of the cons that you'll see in those articles online, we've been able to remove those. So it's a lot less risk to the tenant. Some programs are very risky to the tenant financially and don't have a lot of protections for you. But I wouldn't do that to you guys. So yeah, if you are discouraged from the housing market, let's say, which I am working with people like this, where you were like, oh, the market's so competitive, like from 2020, felt like the market's so competitive, now's not the time to buy, and interest rates are really low, and people are just buying up houses left and right and bidding over asking, and you're like, I don't want to deal with that, I don't want to compete, and then it's like, womp, 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 interest rates go up, and now maybe you can't afford to purchase a house that you previously could have afforded to when interest rates are 3.5% instead of 6.5%. So if you're discouraged, or if you're not quite ready for a mortgage, like I said, if you're recovering from bankruptcy, if you have gone through a divorce, if you just have not a great credit history, if you're still getting established in your career, still saving for a down payment. I mean, there's a lot of different reasons why someone might be in the process of wanting to buy, but not ready today, but you still might want to relocate. Like maybe you don't want to stay in Houston, Texas for the next 3 years while you save a down payment. Maybe you want to be up here. Let's see, go back to the messages. I'm looking to move to Washington, but not exactly sure where to live. Shoot me a text, 360-818-4438, and we can talk about the different options. Also, search on my channel. There's a video called something like Moving to Washington, why Southwest Washington is, maybe I can just drop the link like I did for this other one. I'm streaming on my phone, so I'm not used to having my laptop in front of me and being able to drop you guys links, which is kind of cool. What do you guys think about this setup? Let me share that video with you. One moment. Yeah, moving to Washington State, why Vancouver / Southwest Washington is the best area to move to. I'm gonna drop that link for you. Copy. How's the rent situation in Southwest Washington? I want to be in Vancouver, Hazeldale, or surrounding areas. What do you mean, how is the rent situation? What does rent cost? Yeah, I don't really know how to answer that. How is the rent situation in Southwest Washington? I mean, there's a lot of variance. We have luxury, yes, cost. We have, like, if you're talking about being in Vancouver, and sounds like you're looking at the west side, so that would be like downtown Vancouver, Hazeldale, Minnehaha, Lakeshore, Philida, Salmon Creek. It's kind of like the west side corridor. There's a lot of variance from affordable apartments in the like low 1,000 range. I mean, you can probably find studios for less than $1,000 to luxury waterfront condos or apartments that are like $3,000 to $5,000 a month. So there's a lot of variance. Are you looking for a studio, a 2-bedroom? Are you looking for a detached single family house, a townhouse? If you shoot me a message and let me know, I can send you a couple options of what I think might be a good fit for you. While we're talking about this program, I would say this program is not a good fit for someone who wants to live like an apartment style lifestyle, because we don't use this program for condos. So if you're looking for like very minimal needs when it comes to a rental in terms of, and you might not know what you want to buy, or you know that you want to buy a condo in the future, this would not be a great program for someone like that. Short-term to establish residence while obtaining employment. Okay, so short-term is a little more challenging. I would probably go the Airbnb route. I had a client who did this, and he is a single male, no kids, no pets. And so he just rented a room, like an Airbnb room, And I want to say, I'd have to check with him. If you text me, I can check with him and get back to you. But I want to say it was like $800 a month for this room while he was establishing residency and we were looking for homes. And he stayed there for, I think, for about 2 months. That is much more affordable than a lot of the apartments. There are several apartments around town now that will do 3 to 6 month short-term rentals, but the price per month increases quite a bit when you do short term. So if the rental rate for the, let's say for a 12-month lease is $1,500, they might charge you $1,800 a month for a 6-month lease and like $1,950 or something for a 3-month lease. So it can be pricey. Airbnb can be insane. So again, it depends on what you're looking for and what your needs are for your particular situation. Like if you have pets, that's going to be more challenging. But if you're just a single person, like you said, looking to establish residency and get employment, then I would probably go the Airbnb route, because they're also not going to be as discerning when it comes to, you're not like filling out a lease application and putting a deposit down the same way you are, you're paying up front. It's a little bit more of a clean and simple process. I'm looking for a single detached family home long term. Yes. I don't know how to say your thing. Al Jean Louis. Hope I didn't butcher that too much. Yeah, this program might be a good fit for you. It sounds like it would be. So click the link with the form and just fill out the form, and then I'll reach out to you and we can talk more about it. It's not like it's not going anywhere else but to me. And I'll drop it one more time. Any other questions as we wrap up? Lots of you here, lots of you quiet, but I appreciate you liking the video. It means a lot to me that you guys hang with me for 30 minutes live with all the lulls and whatnot, but it's kind of like we're having a conversation, except I'm the only one talking. Anywho. All right, guys, I think we're going to wrap up. I'm going to give you 30 seconds on the clock until we end this video, unless someone else drops a question. And also check if you're subscribed. If you're not subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button, get notified videos. My pleasure, Lisa. Thank you for the comment. I appreciate it. And the sunflower, that's so cute. I'm obsessed with emojis. If you text me, I will probably text you back with emojis. Not a nauseating amount, like an appropriate amount, but also. How long will this program last? I do not know. It's not likely that it's going to go away within a month, but I don't know if this will be, if I'll be able to continue offering this for the long term. I want to hopefully move within the next 2 years. Yeah, the economy and the real estate market is so, it's always uncertain. Like anything can happen. Hi, Judy. I like your emoji too. Is that like someone with headphones on singing? That's what I imagine. So it's hard to predict into the next 2 years. Where we're at now in terms of interest rates being where they are, I don't think anyone would have predicted that 2 years ago. Like if you told the general public 2 years ago would have been 2021, so kind of like we were getting in the groove of being under the COVID restrictions, and interest rates were continuing to drop and drop and drop. So if you went to someone, a lender, the general public, a realtor, and you told them, hey, this time in 2 years from now, the interest rates are going to be 6.5%, I think the majority of them would be like, I don't think so. Like that seems too quick for the rates to go up that high. So I think 2 years is too far out to predict. I would like to offer this program long term, but is this program backed by a grant? It is not backed by a grant. Is it a program I set up myself? No. It is a program that I have partnered with as a realtor in the Portland metro area. So I can tell you more about like the program and how it works, and but basically the house would be owned outright by the program, and you get to pick the program. The program buys the property for you in cash and then rents it to you with the right to purchase, and you know the rental amount and the purchase price upfront, and also what your max rental rate is. So I can walk you through the process, and it's really easy. It's not as intimidating, I would say, as going to, 5 different rentals. Last summer, someone reached out to me and they said, "Is it normal for a rental to have 32 applications in 48 hours?" And I was like, "It's not normal in Vancouver because it's a popular place to move to." That's cool. So yeah, I think that's all. Is there a website for this program? There is a website for the program. So if you submit the form, then you will be contacted by me and we can talk more about if it's a good fit. And then I can start walking you through the application process. So one application fee per household, it ranges from $75 to $99. And that's the only application fee you pay. So you won't have to pay per adult, per application. So every house you apply to. So yeah, I think I got all the questions. It's been about 30 minutes. Try to keep these live short, but I don't know, it doesn't work out that way. So thank you all for hanging out with me for the last 30 minutes or so. Hope you guys have a great Tuesday and a great week. If you are considering this program, I have the form below, but you can also reach out to me if you are looking to buy, sell, or invest in the Pacific Northwest, whether you're looking to move to or move within Southwest Washington and the Portland metro area. I'd be happy to have a conversation with you. My Zoom calendar is in the description. That's open for you to schedule a Zoom with me as well. And I just appreciate all of you and look forward to helping you guys on all of your real estate and relocation needs. So I'll catch you later. Bye.